Hello and welcome. Good morning, Floss Tube friends. Happy New Year. I finally made it here. Yeah, yesterday was really busy, just doing stuff, and I wanted to get stitches in for my last stitches for the year. And I thought I could do the WIP parade. Essentially, this is a WIP parade. I thought I could do it last night after I'd made a big meal and but no. So I'll just move the camera so you can see the piles and piles I have here. And this is just for December. So if you are new here, you are so welcome, and if you're returning, you are so welcome too. I have such a great bunch of stitchy people that come and watch my videos. All throughout December, you were all here with me, and I know I've said this several times, but yeah, you're great. You really are great. So this is for you. This is closure for December. This is a mini WIP parade, not so mini. So let me go over some stats. So in the month of December, 4 days I didn't stitch, which is surprising, but they were all sort of Christmas and after Christmas. I completed 17,271 stitches in December, which is amazing considering I didn't stitch at all for 4 days. You could almost say 5 days. I have 8 new starts within the month. What else can I tell you? Oh, so my total for the end of the year, for the year of 2025, is 171,340 stitches. And I'm really quite happy about that because there were so many days that I didn't stitch and I don't have that total. But yeah, so in the month of December, I worked on 24 projects. I have 8 new starts and 1 finish. Yeah, kind of crazy. And I have my notes. Needed lots of notes today. So I hope you have a drink, some kind of a beverage. It is like almost 7 o'clock in the morning here. I have my second cup of tea. I've been up for a while, getting everything organized, because it took me longer than I thought it would take. But here we are. So, shall we get started? So we'll start with the least. The least stitches that I got on a project in the whole of the month of December. This was my new start on Christmas Day. It's from the Stamped Stitch Club, and this is the Christmas Fox. Is that what it's called? Oh, Christmas Animals Fox, but Christmas Fox. So here he is. I did put some stitches in him because I was determined. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it, and it's not worth me even showing you this, really. And I'll have to show you the back because I don't even know where I stitched. I got the grand total of 51 stitches in here. So can you call it a new start? I am. And it doesn't even look like 51 stitches. You can just see at the back. Oh, you can't even see at the back. This fabric is very stiff. this is a new adventure for me. So there you are. That's my 51 stitches right there. You won't be able to see it on the front. I can barely see it on the front myself. In fact, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Wow. This is tiny. It's an 18 count. So this project is 300 stitches wide by 420 stitches high. I think this is going to take a very, very long time if I ever finish it. Somebody will need to take it over. I've got to get my granddaughters going on these. I have 3. Do I have 3? Yep, 3 granddaughters, 4 grandsons. So yeah, I don't even know what to do with the fabric. It's that stiff. And I have everything piled up here. Okay, so that's number 1, not really worth mentioning. But anyway, that was on Christmas Day. That was my Christmas Day start. Grand total of 51 stitches. Okay, so the next project, the next one is Santa Stops Here with thy needle and thread. I want to say Brenda Gervais, but I don't know if that's right. But anyway, the designer is With Thy Needle and Thread. This is a conversion by Katie Strachan. I got it as a kit, and it's being stitched with 103s of Erissoir. Goblins, or I don't know. Anyway, and this is like a 40 count, sorry, words, it's early in the morning. This is a 40 count linen. Not too sure how to show you this. And this one, let me see if I can find it on my list. This one got 622 stitches. So where I stitched, this is a small piece of fabric, but you wouldn't think that I'd have a hard time kind of getting it into position. Okay, so, but I do have a hard time. So I stitched all under this roof line. The dark brown here is the roof line. I finished filling in here. I started on some of the brickwork, and put that there. Yeah. And I started on this window. So yeah, a grand total of 622 stitches. I didn't think that was too bad. I love all my projects. I was getting them out and I was thinking, goodness me, I want to stitch on everything. I want to stitch on everything and I want to start everything. Except for the stamped kit. I love the design. It's not quite so fun to stitch on. Anyway, the next one is also, it was a new start, I believe, or was it? Yes, Cozy Winter Book Nook by Rose Khan. It is 800 by 640 stitches. It's being stitched on a 25 count even weave. This was a new start on December the 3rd, and let me find the spot. And I got 435 stitches in this. I need to show you a photo, don't I? Okay. can't see. Here it is. Here it is. Isn't this gorgeous? And I started right up here in this corner. It is a huge piece. It is charted by Pain-Free Crafts, and the designer is Rose Khan. There's a few people stitching this, and I really do love it. So this will be getting worked on for sure this month. And yeah, let me show you again. Most of my full coverages are stitched on a 25 count. If I pull it back, how about that? There you go. It's a big piece of fabric. And what did I say I got into this? 435 stitches. Not bad. Not bad at all. The next one is another full coverage. It is Winter Montage. I believe I started this on December the 9th. Didn't get a lot of stitches in. You know, some days, you know how it is. Some days you get a lot of stitches in and some days you don't. Okay. Winter Montage is designed by Janet Stever, and it was charted by Pain-Free Crafts. You see if I can find a nice photo for you. Come out, wherever you are. Come on. Okay, can't be that, seriously, can't be that difficult. Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess what I need to do is to take a screenshot of the photo or something and print it off. Why can't I get to, oh, here we go. This really is pretty. So I always do a top left corner start. So that's where I'm at. Right up here. And yeah, didn't get very many stitches in this. Can barely call it a new start. Where is it? It's gone again. 146 stitches. You can barely see it. I guess I need to get a ring light. I think my ring light broke or something, so I'm trying to use it with a daylight light. Let me, what if I do this? Is this any better? No. Okay. So there we go. And this little guy, I got in my advent box. I did the advent box for the Historical Sampler Company. And if you're looking for an advent box for this year, I strongly recommend it. I loved it, and I will do it again, even though I'm in a no-buy year. You know, it's just some things you got to do, because you have to order it so far in advance. So, yeah. All right, what do I have here? Oh, This one is Heaven and Nature Sing. I did see that. Where are you? They should all be pretty close, actually. Oh. I have all my charts in GoodNotes, and I really wish they would put them alphabetically. So this is by Kathy Barrick, Heaven and Nature Sing. This one, I got 415 stitches in this. This is being stitched on, I'm pretty sure it's an even weave. 28 count, 32 count, something like that. So I started on the reindeer down here. And this is a cardinal on his back. This is his tail. I think I filled in the Christmas trees a little bit. The trees, not Christmas trees. And on this one, gee, I am sorry. I went through my notebook, my journal, and just wrote down each one as I did them. Okay, so this one I got 415 stitches in. So not bad. Not bad at all. And I'm going to put it back in its bag if I can find it. And if I can't, oh. And I can't. Nope. Oh goodness. All right, I'll put that back there. Next up is, it is called Christmas Robin. I got this out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm pretty sure it was just Cross Stitch magazine. It's called A Stitch for Christmas. It is so pretty. And I'm pretty sure it's by Doreen Jones is the designer. Does it tell me anywhere? You know, I could be saying that incorrectly. Let's have a look on it somewhere else. No. Anyway, if you know anything about me at all, I love robins. If there's a robin to be stitched, I want to stitch it. So, yes. I got a grand total of, in this, 526 stitches. It is so pretty. Let's put something behind it. It's being stitched on a 28 count even weave. I wanted those colours to pop, pop, pop. And that's how much I've got done. There we go. Maybe that's better. But yeah, so I was working on a slice of orange and the holly leaf. Yeah. Oh, and a little bit of the robin there. Part of me wants to do the robin straight away, and the other half is don't do the robin straight away because then you won't want to stitch the rest, which isn't true, but I need to be careful of that. Okay, next up is the Quaker Christmas 2 by Bygone Stitches. Everybody knows this is a terrible photo of the project. I'm more than 50% now. During the Flossmas Frenzy, I only got 102 stitches in this. Okay. This is going to be hard to show. So really, okay, let me show you the whole thing as best I can. So this is the whole thing. So I've done 4 total pages, and where I put my stitches in was down here. So I got 104 stitches in this. 102. That is terrible. But I did stitch on it prior to the Flossmas Frenzy. I think it was on my WIP Go board. So I finished the 4th page and then started page 5. So even though I didn't get much done in the month of December, I did the month before. Oh, okay. I don't know. Can't find my bags for these. Okay. Next up is a chart I find challenging to work from because it is very difficult to read and to highlight in my good notes. This is Christmas by Renato Parolin. Yeah. She is an Italian designer, but look at that. So what I did, I went to Staples and they enlarged it. I managed to get it into my good notes because they enlarged it quite a bit. This is being stitched on a linen, a 32 count linen, frozen by Picture This Plus, I believe. And I'm working here. So I'm starting at the bottom of the tree. So it's a bit boring, I have to say. Oh no, I'm working here. I've done some of the Christmas presents and this. And this is what I have thus far. It's very cute. It's going to be gorgeous when it's finished. So, yeah. I wish I could have got more done on this one. So this was, I got 250 stitches in there. I bet you're wondering, where did that 17,000 stitches come from? Because I'm wondering that now myself. The next up is out of my Advent box. So this is a 14 count Ada Sage. And I started and finished the little robin. Of course I did. He's lovely. And the robin got 526 stitches in it. And then I started Mr. and Mrs. Snowman. And that's how far I got with this one. And this one, I got 334 stitches in. Yep. So a big chunk of my stitches came from this next one, and I loved stitching on this, and I miss it terribly. So this is my kit by Luca S. It's called the Interior Christmas Interior. Oh, I just love this. I got 5,378 stitches in this. Now, if you are new here, I'll explain a little bit. So what happened was I would spin a wheel. I'd spin 2 wheels every day, which would choose the project that I was going to be stitching on for that day. But also it would choose a Christmas movie, and I would stitch on this one and watch the Christmas movie. So I did really well with this. And I just love it. This is an 18 count Ada that came with the kit. Didn't mind stitching on it at all. I'm not an Ada person. I just need to make sure I get it the right way up. The little needle minder I got in my advent box from the Historical Sampler Company. But this is how much I got done. Look at this, if you can see it. So part of the fireplace, I managed to, so I was working on page 5 or something. So I managed to go from the corner to the top of the page and all the way from side to side. So basically that's the size of the page. And look at the Christmas stocking. He's gorgeous, the whole thing. So yeah, super happy with this one. Super, super happy. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down here because he goes into one of my boxes. Okay. The next one I have, I've got a lot of stitches in this one. This is Pas une nuit by Couleur d'Etoile. This is a photo of what it'll look like when it's finished. And I got a grand total, because this was at the beginning of Flossmas Frenzy. I think that's why there's a lot of stitches in this one. I got 957 stitches in it. And this is what it's looking like now. I finished the reindeer and I put a little red collar on the reindeer. Look at him. Oh, and a little red nose. It needed something because this is a lot of white. And it really did need something. Let me see if I can bring that in closer so you can see the reindeer. Look at him. Isn't he just gorgeous? But yeah, there was a lot of stitches in him. Yeah, really, really, really thrilled with this one. Okay. I don't know where to put all my stuff. Okay, so next up we have, it's called The Magical Gingerbread House. Here it is. It looks gorgeous, it really does. This is from the Historical Sampler Company. I didn't know I'd ordered this when I ordered the Advent box. So that was kind of a surprise when it got here. But that's what I have. And this one got, where are we? The Magical Gingerbread House got 845 stitches. This is a 32 count linen in the colorway Sage. And the needle minder came with the chart, with the kit. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I did Did I get all the way across? I got all the way across the top there and all the way down, and then some of the ornaments. And there you can see it. Oh dear, Jack is in here. He's wondering why can't I be up in my spot? But he can't because it's full. It's absolutely full. The next one is a full coverage. It's a quick stitch Spirit of Winter Robin. Here it is. This is by Donna Gelsinger. No, Ciro Marchetti. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Here it is. And this one, I have so many robins. This one got 401 stitches. This is being stitched on a 25 count Lugana. And all the stitches went in here. So, yeah. So what I've done is I've come round here, close to the robin's beak. Yeah. So yeah, that did pretty well. I need to put this to one side and I'll explain why later. Okay. Next up, we have Kringles by the Little House Needleworks. This is it here. And I've been working filling in here. So I'm about halfway across the roof. I'm desperate to come down here. And I think I started in here as well. Kringles got 401 stitches. I really hope I can find some of these. This is being stitched on silver something or other. I think it's a 32 count Lugana even weave. Sorry for the hanging threads, but this is where I'm at. So you can see I'm coming down here. So I filled in all around here, and then I came down here, but it's looking good. Yep, 401 stitches. Come on. That's why I couldn't find that. Just bear with me a minute. I need to put some of these away because it's going to push the camera over. And I can just put them on the floor. I can zip them up later. Yeah, here we go. Let me just tidy up a minute. Actually, now I've figured out how to pause my camera, I could pause you and do this, but it won't take a second. Here we go. Let's just get rid of some of this. We are probably about halfway-ish. I have so much to go over with you guys today that it even made my head spin. Let me get this one. All right. All right. And we have next, we have Joy. This is by Ori TM. And I was working up here. Joy got only 196 stitches. This doesn't look like Joy. Oh, it is. This is on a 28 count antique white Lugana. It's the called for fabric. Just bear with me while I get everything in place. I'm sorry, I have a hanging thread again. And I have to figure out which way up it is. So this is where I was working in here. So that's where my, what was it? 190 stitches went in. So it was all in this red, I think, and across. But this is how much I've got done on it. Not a huge amount, but it's very pretty. Really is very pretty. I'm using all the called for floss as well. So yeah, happy with that. I think a third of my WIPs are either Christmas or winter themed, at least. And I'm going to put this one away, which is this one here. This one was easy to identify. All right. Oh, next up, this is Falling Snow by Shannon Christine Designs. I love this one. I am keeping this one out, so every time it snows, it's getting 100 stitches. So Falling Snow thus far has had 701 stitches. And basically, that all went in across here. Isn't it pretty? Would you like to see everything I've done thus far? Let me take it off this, if I can. Take it off. Let me take it off. Okay, that's better. Yeah. This is being stitched on, I think it's a 32 count, like a slate blue. See it really well. Here you go. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. So I actually like stitching with white. With this design, with this particular design, Shannon Christine gives you various colorways that you could stitch this with, or you could choose your own. But I just love the white. It really stands out. So it's got a long way to go with this one, but this one gets a lot of love. Will do anyway throughout the winter, because we seem to be getting a lot of snow. We had a lot of snow again yesterday. I'm going to put that over there. All right. I think we're nearly at the end of this part. And then I'm going to explain a few things to you. So here's another full coverage. This is Home for the Winter. It's a Lucy Pittaway design. And it was charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, but it has been retired. And you can get some of her designs on Bothy Threads as kits now. So here it is, Home for the Winter. No surprises as to why I'm stitching this or why I was drawn to this, but I do love it. So again, this has been, I've started this over and over trying to figure out how do I want to stitch it. So this one got 664 stitches. So I was filling in and coming down. But I'm going to be changing the way I stitch my full coverages. Because what I was doing was stitching a 10 by 10 block and just coming down through the page. I'm not going to do that anymore. I do enjoy stitching that way, but I'm enjoying stitching it a slightly different way. So anyway, last up in this part, almost last up in this part, is, what is it? The Nutcracker. The Nutcracker is an Artisy chart. Artwork by Lynn Bywaters, charted by Artisy, I'm imagining. And here he is in his glory. I got in the Nutcracker 670 stitches. Now this one is being stitched on a 20 count, kind of an ecru kind of colour. And this is where I put all the stitches in. Doesn't that look great? Just love stitching on this one. Okay, so I believe that was all of the Flossmas Frenzy stitches. And then on, when was it? December 29th, I started, get this one, The Wise and Brave. It is the Sal, the Heaven and Earth Designs Sal. Jack, it's okay. No guesses why I am stitching this one. Isn't he just lovely? So now that the goal of just stitching one page has kind of been taken away from us a little bit, I'm going to aim to stitch the 6 pages. I'm not going to cry if I don't get it done, because to be honest, I have so much stuff to stitch that I'm never going to be able to stitch everything in my lifetime. But I got to show you this picture again. Look at him. So this was a new start on the 29th, and I got 1,159 stitches on him thus far. And paper. don't have any paper. So here he is. And this is how I'm going to start stitching my full coverages. All of them. So I'm going to do the original Stitching Mommy's typewriter method instead of my adapted version. Yeah, so I'm going all the way across the top. And I'm parking a little bit. I'm a bit nervous of parking. So I'm only parking a few. And I'm marking it in my good notes with a blue dot. So I know that's a part thread and which one it is. I don't know if anybody else does that. I don't know how you do the parking. And I certainly couldn't do a gazillion threads. But yeah, if I bring that in, you can see it better. Yeah, I'm excited to stitch this. So, is that it? I believe so, and then I'll explain. I'm sorry, Jack, there's no room for you. You're going to try though, aren't you? Jack is here. Okay, let me get things out of the way. You have to make room for your stitching, buddy. Leave those alone. Okay. Yeah, if you come here, you have to come and say hello. Come and say hello and say Happy New Year. He is my buddy. So he says, Happy New Year. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Okay. The other thing that I stitched on, where is it? In the month of December was the Better to See You With. And I put in 308 stitches on this one. And yeah, Jack's here, so this is going to be challenging. So, yeah, don't think I can, here we go. So I was stitching in here, moving up this page. So over the year, I've done 5 complete pages, and this I was working on the 6th page. But now I'm just gonna change it and just start going across, all the way across. Jack is just settling himself in, and I don't know where to put things. Okay. So yeah, so The Wise and the Brave was my new start. That is, I call it red. The Better to See You With. Oh, I should show you a photo of this one. Let me show you the actual photo of this. It's a bit remiss of me, distracted by Jack. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished, and I'm all the way up here. I've done the outline of this ear, but now I'm going to start going all the way across from left to right. So Jack is very happy. He finally made it into his spot. And what else? I did stitch on something else, 2 other things that was not in Flossmas Frenzy. The first one is Reaching Skywards. It's a Modern Folk embroidery stitch along from 2023. Here is a general picture of it, but I didn't do this center. I did. I don't know which one I did. I have to look at it. You know what? I really don't know which tree I'm doing. I think it's this one. This is getting to be a bit all over the place because now I already have limited space here. I'm kind of scrunched in, and now Jack is here. So I worked on this yesterday and I got 548 stitches in it. I really want to finish this year. This is really going to be a focus on a finish. As it was a stitch along, I'm working on September's section. So this is where all my stitches went, all in here. Yeah, and that's the tree. I'll try and show you this, which is going to be difficult sitting here because it's very large. Here it is. I'll start here and then move on up. I can't see what you're seeing, but this is how much I've done. And it's quite stitch heavy at the bottom. But this will be a focus on a finish this year. The navy blue is 823 and the goldy colour is 3045, I believe. And Jack is fascinated. He's waiting to see if there's some threads hanging down that he can get a hold of. And the last thing that I worked on for 2025 is my Lady Godiva. So I come from a small, it's not a small town, a city in the UK, Coventry, and this is where Lady Godiva is from. There's a whole history about her. This was charted by Charting Creations. It has 450 by 362 stitches in it, 79 colours, and artwork is by John Collier. And this is it. She's on her horse. I got 208 stitches in this yesterday, and I started on my new stitching method of going from left to right. So I haven't even done a page on this. This is another one that I started on 20 count, and I started it 2 over 2, 1 over 2. Yeah, this is why I haven't got very far. Started this in 2022. It's the first full coverage that I ever did. And I wasn't very confident until I did the Hate Sale in 2024. And I finished it. I did Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 3. And it's the fairy sitting on the mushroom. I think Crafty Gaming Janie she's doing that. She's trying to finish that up. Yeah, the problem with these sales, especially a Hate sale, it tends to take over, and I'm not going to let it do that. I've decided. So this is where I'm at with this one. Not very far. But I'll be putting some more stitches into her today to make it up to 500. Now I'd like to talk to you about my plans again. So, I think I'll just talk about my plans kind of in, I don't know, I'll just talk about my plans. So I'm going to have a Glamorous 3, which is from Siski Stitches. And this consists of the Wise and the Brave, this one. My Better to See You With, this one. So these two, the Wise and the Brave, I'll be stitching 125 stitches every day. The Better to See You With, because I really need to up my stitches on this one, will get 150 stitches per day. And then 500 stitches a month on Reaching Skywards, the Modern Folk Embroidery one. So that's the plan for that. Now, yeah, it's all a bit of a mess here. So I'm also doing WIP Go. So here is my WIP Go board. I did tell you guys that I'd finally finished my WIP Go. So the numbers that were called was 2. So I need to take these 2 off. 2 and 7. All right. So let me move these. Jack, you really are in the way, I'm afraid. Let me see if I can move this so it doesn't collapse. And put that down there. Okay. So, so my WIP goes for January are, well, let me explain my WIP Go board. My WIP Go board is actually 2 in 1. And I wanted to make sure this year that I focus more on my full coverages and on my samplers. So my WIP Go board is made up of full coverage and samplers. So the first one I'm going to show you actually is the Winter Robin, which I've already shown you. It's the round one. So that one will get 500 stitches in it this month. And then the sampler one, actually by coincidence, is going to be Reaching Skywards. And you've seen that one, that's by Modern Folk Embroidery. And then the next one is, I'll pull it up on here first. It's In the Arms of Grace. Now this might take a minute to find. Okay. I have too many charts. But I can't find them. She can't be this far down. Oh, yeah, she is. Okay. I love this. And you'll see why I really want to focus on some of my full coverages. So this is In the Arms of Grace. It's a Stitches So Beautiful chart. And the artist is Wendy Andrews of Painting Dreams. But look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I'll show you my starting point. Is this In the Arms of Grace or is this the Winter Robin? It's the Winter Robin. Where is she? dear. Oh, she's under there. Okay. Please bear with me. I did say I would come back and do this. So she has one page completed. This was another one. This is when I was kind of experimenting and trying to find where I wanted to be with my full coverages. So it's a 25 count Lugana. I think I got a full page finish. Oh, there's a few stitches. But yeah, no, it's not quite a full page finish, but it looks like it. That's what I have thus far. And so now I'm going to be going all the way across the top. This one is 400 by 400 stitches, and it has 164 colors. Basically, it's 2,376 stitches per page. But I'm not going to bother with that. Overall, it's 160,000 stitches. Do I care? No. No, not at all. So she will get 500 stitches in her this month. And the last one on my WIP Go board is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. And I'm not too sure what the fabric is. I promised to do better this year. It is a 32 count linen. It is an absolutely massive piece of fabric. Actually, I think this is 36 because I couldn't decide whether I don't like stitching on 36 count linen because I don't know whether to do it 1/2 or 2/2. And I ended up doing it 2/2 because 1/2 just, yeah, wasn't giving me the depth of colour. So this is my starting point, and this one will get 500 stitches in her for this month. But yeah, so there is a bit of progress on this, but I don't know if I actually, oh, Jack's quite interested because there's hanging threads. I don't know if I stitched on her last year. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So that's Jack. So that's Teresa Kogut. And the final, oh my goodness. I have to figure out a different way of doing a WIP parade or doing a floss tube because I'm there's too many projects here. So the final thing is my new start for today. New year, new start and all of that. And it is Year of the Wheel by Bridget Ashwood, I believe. Oh, let me see if I can search that. Yep, here it is. Bridget Ashwood, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I've been wanting to start this for the longest time, and here it is. I'm stitching it on white, 25 count white Lugana. This is 324 by 324. Has 89 colours. Yeah. I'll have another look. So this will be my new start today. Actually cannot wait to start on this. I've got a number of stitches to put in other things before I can start, but anyway, that's where we're at with that. And what else do I have to tell you? So I have my Snow Day project, which is the Falling Snow by Shannon Christine. We've gone over WIP Go for this month. The theme for my year is called Year of the Wheel. Hence starting this new start gives me an excuse. Because I'm going to put I'm going to put my full coverages on a wheel. I'm going to put all of my samplers on a wheel. Miscellaneous projects probably on a wheel. And this month, basically I'm doing Sweewee in January. And I'll explain what I'm doing each month, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So stitching wise for this 2026, I'm in a no-buy year. I can only buy floss, with the exception of the Advent box. That's my only exception. And it's a pivotal year for me, actually, in many ways. So, yeah. So this year, we're definitely going to be moving one way or another somewhere. But we do have a property that we've put money down on. It's a conditional sale on the sale of our house. And I'm also going to, and we're downsizing. So we have a large house. This main level is about 1,700 square feet. And then of course we've got the same in the basement, which when our kids come to stay, because we live so far from them, we finish the basement so they have somewhere to stay. So we're downsizing to about 1,650 square feet. It's not too bad because Len and I can live quite comfortably on this level. The condo has 2 bedrooms and a den, which will be my craft studio, my space. Trying to fit everything in there, though, is going to be challenging because there's only one solid wall and all the other 3 walls are made up of glass or doors, or glass doors, actually. So that's kind of a little bit challenging. So I need to go through things and really get rid of everything. As much as I can, donate is what I'm going to be doing. I can't take my Christmas decorations down because what I want to do is gather up all the Christmas stuff in the basement that I no longer really like or enjoy, and I'm going to donate it, and then I can pack away all my Christmas stuff. So that has to be done this weekend. It all has to be done. So that will be one thing off my plate. Then I go away at the end of January for 16 days, I think. Going on a cruise, going to Spain and Greece and around there. But I'm hoping to take you with me so I can keep up with things. I'm going to try and do better this year with floss tube, but I know I said that last year. If I can do a video every day, surely I can do a video once a week. So, because I don't want to leave it any longer, because you can see well, you can't see the chaos and mess here. So, right now with this amount of projects, although once a month I wouldn't have this amount of projects, but even so, it's easier on me and you if I actually do a video once a week. So we'll see how that goes. The other reason why it's a pivotal year for me, I don't want to get to my next birthday like this. I am doing a no sugar challenge for the next 30 days and hoping to carry it on after that, even though I'm going on a cruise. It doesn't matter. I get tired of the food on cruise ships, so I'm hoping that this is not going to be an issue. I don't think it will. And I'll also be doing intermittent fasting. So yeah, it's going to be quite a pivotal year, a transformational year, personally, and also stitch-wise, actually. I'm sorry, I have a croaky voice. I need to have a drink of my very cold tea. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Still croaky though. I've been talking too much. We are an hour and 11 minutes in. Sorry. I do hope though that you've enjoyed this and that you will come along with me throughout the year. And I'm sure a number of you will, which is great. Warms my heart. If you like what you've seen, because I'm sure other people will be jumping in. If you've like what you've seen here, please like and subscribe. I don't often ask for that, but yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I do another video, and come with me throughout this year. I'll let you know how that no sugar challenge is going, and I'll explain more about it if you're interested. I'm wondering whether you would like to see what's in my stash and what my potential new starts are going to be throughout the year, because I have quite a stash. I've only been doing this since 2022, like this intense anyway, since 2022. And it's amazing how much you can amass in such a short time. But hey, there you go. It's fun. So what can I say? So I'm going to try and be good this year and not buy any more. Just my floss for things that I need when I start things. But yeah, if you would like to see a video about what's in my stash, what I have kitted up, and what my new starts, potential new starts are going to be, let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you did for New Year's. Did you start something new? I'll be interested to hear what you'd started, or if you're starting it today. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a great week, and I'll be back here. I think today is Thursday. Kind of losing the days here. Oh, I can't come back next Thursday because I'm not going to be around. Oh, man. So I will come back on next Saturday. But going forward, it will be on a Thursday. But I'm not around next week. I've got to go and get my hair done, ready for my trip. So I'm going to do that. And I'll see you all soon. Have a great stitchy day. Enjoy what you're doing. Love on your little pets and your family. And I'll see you soon. Bye.